Now a family is creating even more history in Newport News.
Dudley's Driving Center just opened the first Black-owned CDL training school in Virginia. 13 News Now reporter Nico Clemens has the story.
I see this as not just a one-time thing, but growing this to be bigger than what it's supposed to be.
The Dudley family recently opened the first Black-owned commercial driver's license school in the state.
It's almost $1 billion industry because a lot of people are looking for work.
The Dudleys helping the Newport News community almost 60 years. Thomas Dudley II is one of the owners of Dudley Driving Center. The business has been in the family since 1959 when his grandmother opened Dudley's driving school on Main Street.
Howard Dudley.
She taught on this board, using wooden clothespins to illustrate cars.
She really was a pillar to start the driving community in the area.
Dudley is continuing the family legacy, following in the footsteps of his grandmother and father, Thomas Dudley Sr., by opening the CDL school.
My main focus on this is really to show the younger kids that's growing up that they really can do this as well.
While it is a costly industry, it can also be dangerous. According to the Virginia Highway Safety Office, there were more than 2,000 large truck accidents in 2017. Dudley says safety is key, but he also says they'll do things a little different than other CDL schools. He plans on bringing in financial coaches and advisors with the hope that when people leave, they'll have a job waiting for them.
We want to show them the business part of it and not just giving them a class, letting them just find a job.
Dudley says he's not only excited to carry on the family business, but to expand and grow as well, teaching and training students not just in Virginia, but other states as well. In Newport News, Nico Clemens, 13 News.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Atruckernamedjay checking in. I am here with Mr. Thomas Dudley Jr., CEO of Dudley Driving Center, CDL School and Driving School. Anything you want to say to the people?
What's going on? It's Thomas Dudley II, owner of Dudley's Driving CDL School. I'm here with your man, Atruckernamedjay. Shout out to him. Make sure you subscribe, everything.
Okay. So basically what we've done, this isn't going to be, too formal. I ain't on that level yet. Not yet, knock on wood. But I got a couple questions I want to ask my man. We go a little ways back, so I appreciate him agreeing to do this video with me. And just, informing the people what's going on, what he got in the works, and just the importance of what it is to be the first Black-owned CDL school in Virginia. Virginia is probably one of the most racist states in the country. So this is a big deal, not only because of it being Black-owned, but just in the trucking industry. When you think of CDL schools and you think of everything that goes into that, we are not what it looks like normally. Normally it's the middle-aged or older Caucasian people, and that's not a racist saying, that's just keeping it 100. That's what it looks like. So to see something different like this is big for us. So I had to come in here and interview my man and just get his take on some things. So first, if you could just tell the people about yourself, whatever you want to disclose, and a little, I guess, background on you.
Okay. Well, yes, I am Thomas Dudley II. I am the second to my father. He's senior, Thomas Dudley Sr. I also have a driving school as well. I pretty much started the CDL school because I wanted to offer more things to the community. I felt like this was definitely a niche that wasn't in the area, and a lot of people are pretty much taking advantage of the things that you don't know when you're going to classes and different things, and I wanted to provide something new to pretty much the scene that's here.
When you say people taking advantage, what do you mean by that?
Well, typically when you go to these CDL schools, they pretty much tell you to just take your class, take your road and range, and they kind of shove you out, but they're not giving you the business on how to prepare yourself when you do start doing CDL. Investments and different things like that. So I'm kind of more so trying to teach investments and possible future entrepreneurs as well.
So would you say that other CDL schools, and we're not going to name any out of professionalism, but would you go as far as saying that they sometimes set students up with, say, false promises?
Yes, and I'm not going to even say some. I think it's all, in my personal opinion, because it's a lot of hope into it. You have a lot of people that's coming out of jail. You have a lot of people that come, trying to mainly change their life or try to make a better way for their family, and they don't give them everything up front. It's just more so like, yeah, you're guaranteed to get this job, and then they don't always have a job waiting for you.
Right, okay. So tell me about the history of the Dudley Driving Center, not just the CDL school, but just the driving school, because if people don't know, the CDL school is your newest extension of the company, but you were driving school first.
Right. We had a driving school. It's still around. We've been around for about almost 60 years now. And we kind of took everything that we've learned in the community and helping everyone. We've always had a good base of people who really support us, who really, have come. And we really wanted to provide something new that, we wanted to provide a whole new legacy. We pretty much got our business license for CDL back in, I think this was like 2015. So we recently opened now. So that just shows you the process of, even as well as most people are not going to show you how to start your school. It's a lot of stuff that we went through to even get this done. So this took almost maybe 3-4 years for us to really get this the way we needed to. But now that we have it, everything's going perfect right now.
Okay. So you say you guys been around for 60 plus years as a successful driving school, very popular. I think I went to, your dad taught me how to drive now that I think about it. So with having a business that's already successful as the driving school was, what made you look towards the CDL side? Because you have a lot of people who have successful businesses or successful jobs and they get complacent and they're like, what, we're doing good enough. What made you guys want to take that next step into furthering the business, into CDL?
Well, the next step for us was just mainly carrying on that legacy. My grandmother started this years ago, back in 1959, and I wanted to more so leave a mark in history, not only just in legacy-wise, where I wanted to really take my family's business and spread it out around the world. And that's what I'm mainly trying to do. And with creating CDL, it now allows me to be in a position to really start franchising my company and really putting it in each state.
Okay. So as far as how the school's going to run, because like you said earlier, it's not going to be your typical CDL school. You're going to have different, things that the average CDL school doesn't offer. Would you like to go into further detail about, say, like the cost of the school, the procedure, how long the school? Just if I'm a new person walking in with $500 to put down, kind of just walk me through what I'm going to go through at Dudley Driving Center and why I would feel like it's different from the next.
Okay. Well, we do things a little bit different here. We do have a deposit fee that you are able to put down. Behind that goes the financial plan of it. A lot of schools will put you into a financial bind where they're charging you interest on what you have to pay. We're not set up like that. I wanted to set it up where you can easily pay a deposit, and we will literally try our best to make sure you actually have a job so they can cover the rest of your tuition. So now you're not putting yourself in debt, you're not putting your family in debt, because I don't want to do that. Our legacy in general has been brought about helping people. So we're trying to find the best ways we can do it without actually putting people in debt.
Okay. So with that being said, you talked about the school, you talked about the history, we talked about the procedure and what the students go through. How does it feel to be 26 and a black man in Virginia, a black man in America, really, and to do something this big? Because this is big. This is really big. And I don't think, if you're watching this and you don't understand how big this is, I don't think you fully understand, like, to be 26, statistic-wise, just blowing them off the chart, for you to be in this position. Like, is there any pressure, pushback, or have you set certain standards for yourself? Do you sleep at night, like, with this much? Because this is a big deal. I'm sure your family, and I'm sure your family's proud of you. Is there any, like, negative effects of that?
I say it would have to be 50-50. It would have to be a 50-50, I would say. Part of it is the weight of it. The other part is more so the sleepless nights where you're trying to think about everything, because right now I'm in a position where I can really pretty much contract with a lot of different companies. I'm in a position to be bigger than a lot of other companies that's been around for a long time. So it's just more so about, it's a lot of ideas that spin through my mind because I'm younger and I want to progress and I want to really make this the best I can. But it is, more so a constant thing, because it's a lot of weight on my shoulders where this is legacy. I never want this to fail, and this is definitely not going to fail. So it's more so about just trying to create different ideas and different things that I feel like is really going to transcend for the next 10 to 20 years, because this is just one school. You know, within the next 10 years, I'm probably going to have maybe 10 to 20 schools. It just depends on the pace and how I'm having everything set up. So it just depends. But yes, I would say it's like a 50-50 thing with balance. I would say that.
Right. Any negative pushback from other schools?
I've got some negative pushback for a couple of different schools. And I would say, honestly, to anybody that's watching this as well, don't even be worried about that. I guess it's kind of different because I'm younger and I kind of grew up with a lot of people. So I just have a different perspective on it. But I would say don't ponder too much about what other competition and different things that people have. When you have your own vision for something and you know that it's great, don't stop yourself from being great. Just go ahead and do it, and everything's going to work out regardless.
Right. So, do you think the pushback from, I say, the other companies, do you think, in your opinion, is it more so because you're just new competition in an area where, you know, a couple of schools have dominated as far as this industry, or do you think it's more so because of your age and the color of your skin?
I think it's both. I think a lot of people are intimidated because I am younger. The black factor is the main thing, but I'm not really more so worried about that. But it's the competitive of it. You know, unfortunately, a lot of these schools that are still open now, or even some competitors, you know, they've been doing this for a lot of years. So the precedent that they want to set is where it's going to be at. They're not trying to go over and above because that's just what they want to do. But for myself, I'm trying to take this way further than nobody's ever done this before. So, you know, this is a dream come true for me to even have this school and to get it the way, you know, I have it now. So this is more so like, in my mind, it's for you guys that's watching, this is like a video that you're watching, and maybe 10 years, this probably will make even more sense. It's kind of weird, but it just, knowing where your lane is at, being the best you can do, most of this stuff not gonna phase you, because when you know you are the product that you really can create, nobody can really stop what you already got.
Right. And you talk about future plans. So you have this building, which is the CDL school that we're in, about not even half of a mile down the shopping center. You have the driving school. So any future plans coming sooner, where more buildings, whether locally, nationally, as far as DDC goes?
Yes, we have a couple of locations that we're looking at. Atlanta, North Carolina, particularly Charlotte, just have to see. DC is another area as well. Florida, Baltimore, and Texas are probably like the next ones that's coming, depending upon the time. So 3-4 years, those should all be set up by then. But yeah.
Okay. To circle back on the previous question, I asked you about the negative pushback and negative feedback. I didn't want to end the video without asking about the positive feedback. I've seen you've been reposted by celebrities such as D.L. Hughley. Me personally have seen your picture through multiple trucking pages such as All Truckers United, CDL for Life, where these groups have 20 to 30,000 members. How does that affect you, and how does that possibly motivate you versus the negative, whereas you're seeing so much people you've never met, people, you know, who wouldn't know you if you walk past them on the street, now they are looking at you as almost as a celebrity?
I think it's more so a humbling experience. Number one, I feel like without God, you can't do a lot of things that you're going to do regardless. But it's also about being grounded and being humble. I have a lot of, you know, different people that have come. I had a guy come all the way from North Carolina just to come and meet me. I have a lot of people that called from Florida just to congratulate me. So I love all the love. I really appreciate all the support. I just want to more so, mainly for myself, just inspire, you know, because I see a lot of people look at this and it's like this is a major accomplishment. But even as a black man, I just feel like I'm trying to take this to a whole nother level where everybody can really sit back and really say, okay, he really took this to the next level. And that's what I'm really more so trying to do. So I do appreciate all the support. I appreciate, you know, everyone congratulating me. I appreciate the celebrities that posted me, and I'm just trying to take this to the next level. So you'll hear more soon.
Now, as far as support goes, as far as potential students, have the phones been ringing as far as people ready to attend the school?
Phone's been ringing off the hook every day since. And I gotta give a really special shout out to DL Hugh, because after his post, it just went, like, even on LinkedIn, they had the post on LinkedIn. It's like over 18,000 and some crazy numbers. So yes, the phones have been ringing constantly. So if you are trying to register, or you are a trucker in the area or from another state, we do have positions, but it's limited. That's the only thing I can say. I can't guarantee anything, because we do have a lot of people that are interested in the school.
Which is a good problem to have, if I would have. So one more question, and I'll let you go.
Yes.
So let's say 20 years from now, you're asked to go speak to a group of, let's say 18 to 20-year-old black brothers. Mm-hmm. And, let's say one of them asks you, what is your legacy? What does legacy mean to you? And again, this your family passing is putting in your hands, you taking it to the next level, and then you handing it off to your potential kids and grandkids. Just in your mind, your legacy, what would you say to them, you want your legacy to be at that time?
Man, to be honest with you, I would just want, in general, for family included, and, future family, as far as me getting married and having kids and stuff like that, like, I would just really want them to be happy, I wouldn't even say more so even from the legacy standpoint, but I would just want my family to just be happy with whatever I created, and was able to really leave on the world. Because at the end of the day, everybody's going to pass away, but it's like that mark I want to leave a long-lasting mark where, now they're in a position to now teach their future kids and now put their kids in another position. And, I just want to leave a legacy where I kind of was pushing towards, like, my favorite thing to say is, like, I always wanted to be like the McDonald's of driving school, just the whole world of it. Like, so even with CDL, I want to eventually do motorcycles. I want to eventually do boats. So my mind is really out there. So it's definitely going to happen in the next couple of years, where I'm going to see pretty much have a school maybe in not every state, but majority of each state. I'll have more schools in certain areas. But yes.
Okay. So that's pretty much all the questions I have. Any shout outs, things you want to say off the hip before we end the video?
I just want to say, shout out to Atruckernamedjay. Make sure y'all subscribe once again. I guess to give a shout out to my parents, because without them I wouldn't be here, and also, the Lord. And I think that's it.
All right. Well, again, this has been Thomas Dudley II, CEO of Dudley Driving Center, CDL School and Driving School. Hope to look more from him as far as the development of the school. Maybe I'll be able to come in and talk to some students just to give them a little bit of advice. And things of that nature. Where can they find you? If they want to call, if they want to hit you up on social media platform, I'm gonna post all these links in the video anyways. But where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram. It's Thomas Dudley, IITHOMAS DUDLEYII. I have the same name on Facebook as well, Thomas Dudley. You can find me there. And I would say, those are the main two links, like for Instagram and Facebook. You also can have my cell number, to be honest, because I literally gave my cell phone number out to a lot of people anyway. So cell number is 757-281-5056. So if I don't answer, don't charge it to me. Just give me some time, because I'm probably doing something. But I more than definitely probably give you a call back.
All right. Once again, man, I greatly appreciate this interview, man. I'm just a small YouTube channel, but I think this video is bigger than numbers and analytics. I think somewhere somebody's going to need to see this video and see that somebody that looks like them can do something this big. So, as always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking, we gone. Anything less?
That's it.